So you want to hit Celestial. Now me, someone who's been Hardstock GM for 3 seasons, finally hit Celestial. And there's a couple ways to go about it. There's the easy way and there's the hard way. There's, do you actually want to get better at the game, or do you just want to hit the rank for the symbol? And it could be a bit of both, to be honest. Me, I like to improve at the game. It also depends on the role you play. Now, I'm going to say this. If you are a support player, you have the easiest chance of solo queue hitting Celestial. It's very easy to hit Celestial doing that. Me, I used to be a support player, but I don't like leaving the game in someone else's hands. That's why I became a DPS main, because relying on other people can be annoying. But support is the easiest role. And support has its own issues, of course, but it is its easiest role. If you want to get to Celestial, use Rocket, CND, Gambit. It's really simple, to be honest with you. Or learn someone that's very meta. Manage right now is really broken. But support people, they have a lot of impact in the game. Their ults can make or break a game, but at the same time, when it's a neutral play, it's up to DPS and tanks. So this video is mainly for the DPS and tank players. Me, I'm a dive and I play with my friend. My friend is a tank main. Finding someone to play with is very, very helpful. You don't have to four stack, 3 stack. Just one other person, it can go a long way. And communication goes a long way too. I don't know if you play on Xbox or PC or PlayStation. I play on PlayStation, so communication isn't there that much in GM lobbies. But you need to be willing to win. So a couple of things you're gonna need if you really want to improve at the game. You need to be able to play at least 2 characters in every role. I'm a diver. I like to play dive, so my main is Magic, and I love brawling. And Magic is a dive brawl hybrid, so I play Magic and I play Blade. They're my most 2 played characters. I got champion on both of them, right? So those are my go-to picks. DPS. On support, I play Jubilee, I play Mantis, and on tank, I play Thing and I play Dino. Now I'm not really good at tank, but sometimes it's needed, and I think just having the ability to flex is really important. And if you're playing with your teammate, it makes it so much easier. Because if you and your teammate are both support, you and your duo, I don't think that's really going to be a good combination. It's going to be hard to grow because you're still relying on other people. So I'd recommend having at least a different class. Like I said, I'm DPS, my friend's tank, so it's so much easier. We already have a tank slot filled mostly every game because my friend's a tank. So if you can find a DPS on your team, a tank, or a support, that's really good. So just whoever you're duoed with, make sure they're playing a different role from you is usually good. Unless you're duo DPSing in your diving. Having 2 dives is really strong. I think dives actually really matter this season. Some things that are broken this season right now is Magic with the Hood team up. If you look at my last video, the Magic with Hood team up is actually one of the best things in the game right now. And I feel like they need to nerf it because it's actually broken. But I don't want them to nerf it because I love Magic. But yeah, I would recommend using that team if you are a dive player. Everyone's going to want to be playing Hood because he's the new character. So having a Hood on your team for the team up shouldn't be too difficult. And that's kind of how I climbed a lot. Not going to lie to you. Playing Magic and having Hood on my team. Yeah, obviously, everyone's different. They play different characters and different things. But you have to find your synergy of what you are like. And you need to not have an ego, right? When you're DPS, you kind of need to have an ego on you. But you need to be willing to switch if something isn't working. You need to be willing to counter swap if you're being completely destroyed and it's a bad matchup. And you need to be willing to just change roles. If we have 1 tank and you guys are losing, switch to 2 tanks. Triple tanks actually matter this season with Hood. Hood's very good for triple tank, just like how Mantis and Ultron are good for triple support. Tank is for triple. Hood is for triple tank. Really good. But yeah, I really recommend you need to be communicating. You need to be planning your stuff. There's a lot of communication options you can have in the game, even if you don't speak. So if you're a diver, you can have like a ping wheel, and you can make it like say diving in 3, 2, 1, and then you can dive. You can, if the enemy's low, you can have a ping that says they're all low push. So I have ping wheels specifically for certain situations. So even if you don't speak in the game, you can activate those wheels and it will come up in text chat of what you want your team to do or what you need help with. I think it's really important to be on the same page with your team when you're trying to win. Because at the end of the day, everyone wants to win, right? People don't want to swap and stuff. Like they feel they lose pride if they swap. They're like, I'm not good on this character. everyone's complaining at me. I have to stay on to prove myself. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Yeah, the point of the game is to win. No one's gonna be mad at you if you swap. You know, most times I've been going really bad on character, and I'm like, we're not. I want to win, so ego aside, I'm gonna swap. You have to be willing to swap. And I think people just are in their own heads too much. It's a team game. You need to remember it's a team game. You all want the same result. I think the only thing about it is manners. People need to be polite about it. If someone says you're going at 4 and 12, get off. Like, if they come at you in a mean way, you're not going to want to swap. And I get that. So I think the community just needs to do better at being nice about it. Because so much times people will nicely ask me, go, can you swap? It's not working. I'll be like, yeah, of course, man. I'll swap. It's not working. But if someone comes at you and they're mean about it, that's when you don't want to swap. But if someone does ask you nicely and you are doing bad, please consider swapping for the sake of you and your team. I think it's really important. And Celestial, you would think Celestial, because it's in the top 2%, it's like you think everyone's super good. Everyone is super good. The only difference is the mistakes are very minuscule. You have little room for error, but generally it's the same as Diamond and Grandmaster. I'll be real with you. It's not that much different. When you get to the rank, you're going to realize it's not that much different from GM and Diamond. And you're going to be like, why was I stressing all this time to get to this rank? It's not that much different. Now, there are some real beasts out there, but that's far and few between. But again, the Celestial, I think it really is. It's a mindset thing. Because once you go on a win streak and you understand the pattern, it really gets easier. And now I've gotten to Celestial, I know I can get back there many times. I'm now getting GM1 every fucking time, and it's like easy as hell. So if I can get GM1, I can get Celeste, you know. Next, I guess, is to go for Eternity. But the point of the video is to say that you can do this. Anyone can do this. And there's you getting better at the game and understanding the game. And then there's you just wanting to be that rank for the sake of a shiny symbol. And I think you need to be real with yourself and what you want. If you want to improve at the game, you need to not be afraid to lose matches. Being afraid to lose matches so you can improve as a player is way more important than you get into Celestial, but you still not knowing the basics or knowing the character you want to play. Because when you learn your character and you learn, you know, the fundamentals, when you finally do get to Celestial, you'll be able to hang with the big dogs. So I think it is really important. Synergy is super important. Games can be won just because of mindset. And like, people need to start thinking outside the box, because everyone's meta. The same people meta every single season, which is annoying. But there's so many ideas and team ups people could be trying that people just don't, because they're scared that they're gonna lose RR. If you have a group of people that you communicate with, like a full team, try complete different comps. Like, this is an example. Try like a damage boost comp, where you're running Storm and Mantis and Ultron. So you're always pumping out extra damage because you're always amplified. No one does metas like that where it's completely out of the ordinary and it just goes off your like specific character abilities. People's like, oh, it's not Bucky, it's not Elsa, it's not Hela, it's not Meta, I'm not playing them, or I'm not gonna try. There's so much stuff people could discover if they just experimented. Because people are they're so against losing, and they're so like, they have so much pride, they won't experiment or lose to get better or to find out what works. So I think you guys, just as the community, we need to do better on finding out what works and just trying different things. This game's supposed to be fun. I know rank isn't fun for most people, but it should be fun. When you're having fun and winning, it's the best thing. Like, winning is the best, having fun is the best. But if you're winning but you're not having fun, it's not better than winning and having fun. So yeah, go into LFGs, Discord LFGs, go into servers, find people to play with. Because at the end of the day, if you find a team you can gel with and you play mesh well, you will gain. You will gain. If you are stuck in a rank, you deserve to be in that rank. And as harsh as it is, because I was someone who was stuck GM and I was like, I know I deserve Celestial, but I was stuck GM for 3 seasons. I started doubting myself last season and I was like, you know what, maybe I am GM. I humbled myself and I was like, I'm not in Celestial. I'm not going to blame my teammates. I'm going to look inwards. I'm not Celestial because I'm not good enough. And then you know what happened? I was honest with myself. And then guess what happened? I started ranking up. I started getting better. And I got Celestial within a week or 2 after thinking that. Some people really do deserve Celestial and they are unlucky, but you need to sometimes have accountability on your own actions. But Celestial, you guys can do it, man. Not everyone is meant to be Celestial, not everyone is meant to get there, but I vastly believe a bit more of you who are hard stuck GM can get there. And it's not the end of the world if you don't get it. You can get it next season. A rank on your profile doesn't determine your actual skill level. I do believe that. I do believe a rank on your profile doesn't determine your skill level because there's so much other factors that play into it. Teammates, roles, who you're up against. Like there's so much stuff. There are people who really deserve to be higher ranks, and there are people who deserve to be lower ranks. At the end of the day, we're here to have fun. Find who you like. Don't be toxic. And just GG's go next if you lose. That's it. Now, I hope you guys reach Celestial. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you want to see something specific, let me know. A character or role, any type of video, let me know. Because I really want to dive more into this Rivals thing. But I need some support to know you guys want to see. I hope this video helped you out. It's a mental thing. You can do this. Trust me. Have a good one.